Welcome to 81 Speedway race fans. Beautiful evening for racing. Had some good rain here in Wichita last night. The condition of this racetrack is as good as it gets. The 6K car of Joe Adams out of Enid, Oklahoma will be starting from the pole position this evening. I'm sure that Mr. James Longpine has a grin from ear to ear on him. The number 33 car of Zach Vanderbeek will be starting on the outside pole. The number 20 of Rodney Sanders and the number 98 of Gentleman Johnny Allen will be making out the second row. Johnny's new number 98 car is yellow on the driver's side and blue on the passenger side. Looking good, Johnny Allen. Inside third row, the number 3 Snickers car of Kelly Shryock. Kelly is the king of USMTS racing. Joe Adams jumps out to an early race lead. A rare bobble coming out of turn number 2 by Rodney Sanders. Zach Vanderbeek gets by him. An early race caution. These boys will have to line it up and go at it again. These restarts will be fun.
Let's see if we can get this ring cranked back up. Joe Adams.
Okie Joe Adams will pace the field. He'll determine this restart. A great restart for Joe Adams. He leads the field into corners 1 and 2, clears the field, continues to be the race leader. Vanderbeek on the low side slips by Joe Adams, takes over the first place position. Rodney Sanders also makes the pass. Sanders and Vanderbeek are now contesting for the first place position. This 2 wide and 3 wide racing sure is fun. It's great to watch these regional NCRA drivers compete with the national USMTS competitors. We're getting to see some of the best here tonight in Wichita. Sanders and Adams are back and forth, contesting for that first place position. This is some great 2 wide racing. The 2S of Stormy Scott out of Las Cruces, New Mexico has moved up into the 3rd position, contesting with Zach Vanderbeek, the number 33, for 3rd and 4th. Some more great 2 wide racing here at 81 Speedway in Wichita, Kansas. Turn 4, Sanders gets up in the marbles a little bit, and Joe Adams resumes the first place position. 22B of Rick Beebe and the number 98 of Gentleman Johnny Allen contesting for the 5th spot. Every position in this race is being contested. This track is in excellent condition. Drivers are high, low, and in the middle. Okie Joe Adams, Rodney Sanders, Zach Vanderbeek, Stormy Scott, and Rick Beebe round out the top 5. There's a lot of laps left in this race. Any one of these top 5 drivers, along with some of the drivers back in the pack, could be in the lead position by the 40th lap. Number 65, Tyler Davis, running in 8th place. He's a local favorite. Number 4, Dan Powers, running in the top 10. Powers coming off a big emotional win at the Hutchinson Grand Nationals. He may have something for these USMTS boys. Tighten the fasteners on Long Pond's overalls. They may be about ready to come undone. Joe Adams continues to lead this race. It appears the number 20 of Rodney Sanders out of Happy, Texas has a mechanical failure. This will just be not as much fun if he goes out with the mechanical failure. Sanders had an 8-race win streak interrupted by Terry Phillips over in Missouri and got right back to his winning ways the next night. He is absolutely the overwhelming favorite to win this race this evening, although Joe Adams is currently leading. The black and white number 16 of Austin Siebert, also a part of this caution, will have to restart at the back, but do not count this young kid out. He's having success in the USMTS division and the late model division.
The Rodney Sanders pit, they say it might be an electrical issue. We're going to check the battery real quick. They're pushing it back in. They're already underneath the car.
Stormy Scott with a good restart. Strong into corners 1 and 2. Looks as though he's going to clear Zach Vanderbeek for the second position. Joe Adams, a great restart, jumps out there to a comfortable lead. Gentleman Johnny Allen in the 98 and the 22B of Rick Beebe continue side-by-side racing for the 4th position now. Okie Joe Adams has won numerous features here at 81 Speedway before, and this kid has got to set up for tonight, maintaining that first place lead. Yellow again, it appears that Okie Joe Adams has experienced mechanical failure. Stormy Scott will take over the point. What a night, folks. Rodney Sanders and Okie Joe Adams going out with mechanical failure. Stormy Scott and Zach Vanderbeek currently 2 and 3 in the Casey's Hunt. This will tighten up the points race. This development of Rodney Sanders having a mechanical failure will put both of those guys a lot closer to Sanders in the hunt. Log on to USMTS.com. Keep track of what's going on in the Casey's Hunt for the Championship. They have a great website. Stormy Scott, Johnny Allen, Zach Vanderbeek, Derek Ramirez, the 22B of Rick Beebe, making a good race. Stormy Scott and Zach Vanderbeek comfortable in the number 1 and number 2 positions. Looks as though these two guys will hit the setup for tonight. Stormy Scott has a comfortable lead. Thanks to C. Ray Hall and Melissa Powers for putting on a great program here tonight. This track is as smooth and racy as any track I've seen all summer. And let's not forget the Staley family. They collaborate with C. Ray and Melissa to bring this great program to Wichita, Kansas. And it is just a great race to have the regional NCRA competitors getting in the ring with the touring USMTS series. The black and white number 22 of Dustin Belcher having a very respectable run here tonight, tucked in behind the number 4 of Dan Powers, another local racer. Bill, while the camera's out of focus, I'm going to ask the folks to subscribe and leave some comments. Lap 24 and Stormy Scott is encountering some lapped traffic. This could make it interesting. Bill, I can tolerate some of this out of focus. I'm not real sure what's going on with all these night sky shots though. Maybe you've been down to the bear garden one too many times. This number 16 car, the black and white car of Austin Siebert. He has worked his way into the top 10. It's obvious he's got a setup. He's on that high line and he's coming like he's on a rail. The 2S of Stormy Scott continues to lead. Stormy Scott, the earlier winner of the Gulf Coast region and the southern region of the USMTS. Get on the edge of your seats, race fans. It's going to be a sprint to the end. Stormy Scott, Zach Vanderbeek, Rick Beebe, Joe Duval, Derek Ramirez, the King, Kelly Shyrock in the 6th position, and outside of him, Austin Siebert coming on a rail. Keep your eye on this kid. Into 3, Siebert goes by Ramirez like Ramirez just caught reverse. This kid has the car locked down on this racetrack like a tick on a dog. Now pulls up beside the King, challenging number 3 of Kelly Shyrock. Shyrock has 11 championships in the USMTS division. Stormy Scott continues to lead. The 33 of Zach Vanderbeek giving him no distance. Both of those cars are really, really close. And then for the 3rd and 4th position, we've got Rick Beebe doing battle with Joe Duval, the 91 car. Great racing here all night long. Wow, folks. Shuffle them up and start them again. Stormy Scott, Zach Vanderbeek, Rick Beebe, Joe Duval, and look who's in 5th. Number 16, Austin Siebert. Had to go to the back of the race earlier and has worked his way all the way up to 5th. Number 65, Tyler Davis, the hometown hero, restarts in the 7th position. He's putting on a good performance here this evening. Wow, race fans. Number 16 goes by Joe Duval and Rick Beebe coming into number 3 as though they are sitting still. Into the 3rd place position, now contesting Zach Vanderbeek for 2nd. Look at this kid coming into that number 3 corner. He is just locked down. Wow, race fans. If you make a decision to stay at home tonight, you made the wrong decision. Good USMTS racing. USMTS and the NCRA cars. What a show they put on here tonight in Wichita. This has not been sit on the edge of your seat racing. This has been stand up, jump up and down, and root for your guy to come out of that 3 wide ahead of the others. Big thanks to C. Ray Hall, Melissa Powers, USMTS crew, the 81 Speedway crew for a great night of racing. USMTS tomorrow night in Humboldt. Stop by the Casey's General Store and pick up your $2 off coupons.